Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to 999. We're back here again at the, I believe I've looked it up online. Let's see if it tells me when I do this. It's called The Study. I think of it more as a workshop, and, so, to give you guys a little background information about what's going on, first off, hi, how you doing? What we're going to be doing here today is we're going to continue forward. Now, this episode wouldn't have come out except for the fact that I managed to just do really, really good at this paper and get it done in time. So we're doing a few things here. First off, it's about midnight, as you might be able to tell from the lights. I'm keeping all the lights off, that's why I don't have the light stand on over there, so that's why it's going to be really dark. I'm also drinking some coffee, which I don't normally do, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to affect me. It normally doesn't do a lot to me, but it can sometimes get me a little bit excited. I don't think it'll be a problem, though. I think it's just going to keep me active and awake here. It'll be very fun! Oh gosh, I can tell it's already affecting me. Look, there goes an Audacity. But I'm going to do like I did before. We're not going to keep the camera on the whole time because there's not a reason to have it. But if I make any... There we go. If I make any interesting reactions or anything, we'll turn it on, just so everyone knows. So I'm going to put that away for now, so go away, go away. And let's continue forward. So, there's a few things. Oh, there's my stylus. A few things. One important thing we wanted to go over was, somebody, that's not what it was. Somebody had mentioned that I should take a look at all the pipes. They mentioned it a while ago, mind you, that I should take a look at all the pipes in here. Because this is the room with all the pipes. And I just happened to be looking through the walkthrough, and they did things just a little bit in a different order than I did. And there's a very funny bit of dialogue. I can't remember which pipe it is. I think it's this pipe right here. I saw it. There are 3 pipes here. If we keep clicking it, it'll give it to us. Give me a P! Give me an I! Give me a P and an E! What's that spell? Pipe! What are we doing? There are 3 pipes here. Anything else? We're going to check the other pipes just to make sure they don't do anything crazy. It's a pipe. It's running into this box. It's a pipe. Okay, so nothing from that pipe. That's the only one I was able to document that there was an actual, like, thing about. Okay. So maybe there's nothing, well, maybe there's nothing else about the pipes. It's a pipe, okay. So, one thing was that there's a little cabinet down here. Now, it says it in the dialogue, and I thought this was the cabinet, but no, these are actually monitors. But if you look right, I'm trying to click near it so I don't actually click it, but right down here is the cabinet that they were referring to. There's a piece of paper in here. What have you found in there, Junpei? It looks like someone is working on a solution. It's got some handwriting on it too. Alright, so we've got new information added to our file screen. Anything else in here? There's a whole buttload of drawers in this cabinet, but I guess none of them are useful. Now let's take a look at our file screen. Where is it? Here it is, okay. So 9-panel cross-puzzle first draft. Find the sum of the numbers aligned horizontally and vertically. Do not calculate the areas that are colored in. So I knew that. And okay, so I understand what the basic puzzle is. I physically understand that we need to get these to add up to equal that, while at the same time everything else needs to add up to equal its number. I understand that. I understand the physics of the puzzle. What I don't understand is what order needs to be done in. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to make a cut in a bit. Not quite yet, I'm not quite ready to do it. We're going to make a cut in a bit, and I'll pull something up just to give me an idea of what to do, because I have no idea how to do it. Now, well, that was kind of loud. Now, I do feel a little dumb for this one. So, if you remember, there was a Morse code thing over here, and I thought it was supposed to be, we were going to enter an Alice, but the last letter can only be a T or an E, which doesn't make Alice. So, I couldn't figure out what to do. But, if you think about it, what's the second part of Alice? Ice. And that ends with an E. So that's what we need to do. So ice is... And then C is... Wait. Oh, I messed up. Hold on. Now, C is... And then E is that. There we go. Ice. Alright. I see. It seems you solved the puzzle, Junpei. Excellent work. The answer was ice. How did you know? All I had to do was listen to the sounds the machine made. After that, it was trivial. It was a trivial matter to decode them. Because I guess he knows how to do Morse code. Ah, yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere on the right of the device after you solved the puzzle. That is good coffee. It sounded rather like something sliding open. Do you see anything that could have made that noise? Well, I do in fact see something down here. We have a code emblem. A metal plate shaped like a shield. It has some sort of weird pattern engraved on it. I don't know how to describe it. Considering where I found it, it's probably a code. Interesting, okay. So I assume they're all going to have to be placed into those indentations near the computer. Now, we're going to try this one. I understand the instructions. Now, what we're going to do is I'm just going to pull up a thing, a little guide, just how to do it. Because, I mean, I could sit here and just click things for hours, And I might get some of them done like that, I mean, I'm darn close right there, but that's not how you do it. And there's probably an exact specific way you're supposed to do it. And I bet people that are good at Sudoku puzzles could do this. I'm terrible at Sudoku puzzles. So I will be right back. Okay, I got it. There we go. So that took a little trial and error. And by trial and error, I meant I sit there for about 3 minutes trying to read these instructions and being still kind of confused. But I got it. You did it, Junpei! You're so smart! And let's close that GIF so it doesn't keep distracting me. You seem to have done an excellent job and solved the puzzle. Just what I would have expected of you, Junpei. Hey, come on, you're embarrassing me. Whoa, don't get cocky, kid. We don't have time for that. Look at this. Check out the right edge of the control panel. The lid slid open and something came out. Yeah, okay. There was something else. I heard some kind of noise from behind the shutter. Ooh. You think maybe the coffin's unlocked now? That's intriguing. What? Alright, so we've got another emblem. Now, I'm assuming we're going to have to use these, but since I've got no other leads, let's check out the coffin and see if that's been opened. Alright. Alright, fine, I'll open it. Okay, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a little box. It's just a box with a dead person inside, or a frozen ice lady. Oh, wow. This is a coffin. There's just going to be something horrible in there. I just know it. Okay. Deep breaths. Here we go. Oh, there's nothing in there. Okay, that was anticlimactic. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Man, I can't believe I was scared of something like that. What do you mean nobody? Were you expecting someone to be in there? It's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime. Well, just like Seven said, there's nobody in there. There is something in there though. Well, two somethings actually. I hope it's a key card. What's in there? I see a key. Oh no, we didn't need a key card, we needed a key. A Uranus key, I think, right? There are two things on the bottom of the coffin. Looks like we've got a plate with an emblem on it, and the Neptune key. Oh no, we came in with the Uranus key card. We needed the Neptune key, so that's good. We've gotten that, which means we can continue forward, and I'm assuming we're going to be meeting at the incinerator, because that's where they went last time, but I don't know. Yes, we finally found it. Now we can get through the hallway. That's correct, Clover, but we do need to get out of this room first, you know? Yeah, I know. Okay, let's get the heck out of here as quickly as possible. I don't have any objections to that. I don't think we'll use the Neptune key in this room. It's really important though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As far as this other thing goes, we have a coffin emblem. A metal plate shaped like a shield. It has a sort of cross-hatch pattern on it, like a waffle. The waffle pattern looks just like the lid of the coffin. Wonder if that means something. Oh well, anyway. So we've gotten all we need to... Oh, I thought something spooky was going on, like everything just kind of stopped, but no, it's just closing the shutter. So let's put those in. Alright, I put the emblems into the 4 indentations on the desk, but... Huh? Nothing's happening. Wait, what's Snake doing? I feel symbols engraved just above each indentation. On the upper left is the steering wheel symbol. On the upper right, the cross symbol. On the bottom left, the mysterious circle symbol. And lastly, the waffle pattern is engraved near the bottom right indentation. Additionally, each symbol seems to have been given a number. 1 steering wheel, 2 cross, 3 mysterious circle, 4 waffle patterns. I wonder if that's important. I don't know. I'm not going to write it down for now, but if it is, I'll write it down later. Perhaps we need to insert the emblems in this order? That order, huh? Okay. So let's start with the helm emblem. Let's just drop the emblem of the steering wheel into here. Okay, that was a good sound, I think. Whoa! Well, now we've got something on the monitors, at least. What's that? Looks like some kind of puzzle. Who would have guessed? A puzzle, out of all things. I wonder if these are the rules. Here, I'll read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, that area will be selected and will turn blue. To indicate this, touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause that ball to be moved to that area. You can't move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. That almost seems like the Nonary game all over again, because it's 1 to 9, but we can't move 9 because 9's already dead. But we can move all the others, and we can only put 3 to 5. That sounds like a typical situation of getting through a door. Press the check button once you have moved all the balls, except for the red ones, which you cannot move. The digital root of the balls in the area must match the number for that area. That's it. I still don't really get it. Whatever, like they say, practice makes perfect. Let's give it a shot. Don't you mean practice makes perfect? Hey, let's see you solve the next one, then you can make fun of me. Okay, well, we've obviously done these before. Now, I didn't have to put a lot of thought into it. I just said, oh, I want to go with this door, or I want to go with that door. So, let's see, when we went to the number 3 door before, let's just do a little math here, shall we? Went to number 3 door before, we had Junpei, we had 7, we had June, and we had Santa. Now, together, those made 3, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, that made 21, which is 3. So what would the other group be? That would be 1, 2, 4, and 8. What does that make? That makes 15, which could go through there. So let's try that. Because the only reason that, you know, we couldn't go through door 4 and they couldn't go... Wait, no. No, there wasn't a door 6. Never mind, sorry. But this will work. So if we put... no. Oh, I see. Okay. We put 5 in, 7 in, 6 in, and 3 in. And then the other one we put 1, 2, 4, and 8 in. That should work. Okay, this is it, right? But nothing's happening. There are still 3 more indentations left empty. I imagine something will happen when they are all filled. Doesn't that seem likely? I suppose so. Okay. Oh, I need to get... Yeah, I know. So let's go for the cross next. The circle is probably that code thing, so we need to put the cross in next. Okay, let's put in the emblem of the cross. Hey, Junpei, something just showed up on the screen. This puzzle sure looks a lot like the last one. Yeah, but there's more of those red balls you can't move. The numbers for each area are different too. It looks like it's got the same rules as the last one though. You sure you don't want to double check that? No, I'm positive. No, I'll be fine. If I get confused, I can just look at the screen over there, right? Anyway, like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Let's give it a shot. Isn't that a picture's worth 1,000 words? Hey, shut it. At least I'm trying, alright? Okay. So we need to get through door 1 and door 7. Now we can't move 1 or 9. So, let's see. Last time we went through door 1, we went with Ace, so that's not really an option. What about door 7? What did we go through door 7? Junpei. Junpei went through door 7. 7 went through door 7. And Clover went through door 7. Is that right? Let me do the math. Let's see. That equals 9 plus 7 equals 16, which makes 7. Yeah, okay. So, that would make 7. Now, what are the remainders? We have 2, 3, 6, and 8. What does that make? That makes... No, that doesn't work. Darn it. No, wait, that does work. That does work, now that I think about it. Because I was like, 19, oh, that's not 1. But if you had 1 and 9, that makes 10. You add 10 to 0, that equals 1. So that actually will work. So, for 7, we have 5, 7, and 4. And for 1, we have 2, 3, 6, and 8. Alright, there we go. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time, but I am having fun. That's awesome, Junpei. There's only 2 left now. You can do it. Okay, now this next one is a circle. I remember that one. So let's place a circle in. Alright, let's put the emblem of the secret code. This puzzle looks a lot like the last one. Looks like the rules are the same, though. Don't you think you should double check it? Come on, this is the 3rd time I've done this. I'll be fine. So this, if you can't think of anything clever, please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something. Oh, shut up. Just give me a break, alright? I'll think of something. Think of crappy jokes. Okay. 7 and 7. Our previous option of going through door 7 was that. Now let's see. We're missing 1 and 3 this time, so the only remainders we had were 8, 6, and 2. What does that make? Let's see. So adding 8, 6, and 2 together, that's 8 and 8. Makes 16. Add those together, that's 7. So that'll work, yeah. So if we just omit the 3, it's the same thing still works. So we'll have 5, 7, and 4. 2, 6, and 8. That one was even easier. They just used the same thing as the last puzzle. Because that's how this has to work, is you have to use everybody. Which means if you can find the solution for one group, then that automatically makes the solution for the other group work, I think. At least, we're assuming that all of these puzzles have solutions. Excellent work, Junpei. You've only got 1 left. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Which is kind of funny considering that you shouldn't be able to because you're blind, but... I guess blind people, can't they see light dark, kind of? I think. Some can, some can't. Let's see what happens when I put the emblem of the coffin into this indentation. This is the 4th one. This puzzle looks a lot like the last couple. I think this is probably the last one, likely due to the fact that it's the last one that we have to put in. Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. Alright, I'll solve it in no time. Alright, 8 and 9. So, let's see. How did we get through the number 8 door? We had Junpei, of course. We had Lotus. And we had Clover. Which all of those are available. So let me do a quick little bit of addition here. That's 9 plus 8. Makes 17? Yes, it makes 17. 7 plus 1 equals 8. Okay, so that works. So let's add those in. And then 7 plus 2 equals 9. Wait. It said 3 to 5. This can't work, can it? But that's impossible. Unless you shove everyone through the same door. Okay, there we go. Okay, I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. Maybe, now I'm wondering, because that almost seems creepy in a way. We lost Ace. I think we lost Santa in there. We lost the number 9 guy, which we didn't have the whole time. I didn't pay attention to who else we lost. But that almost seems symbolic, doesn't it? Just losing those people in particular, because they were involved with important story things. I don't know what that means. Huh? Where did that noise come from? Underneath the keyboard. Way to go, Junpei. You answered all the questions. Dang, Junpei, good job. Hey, did you hear something just now? Yes, I heard that as well. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe. What is this? A picture? In the drawer was a single picture. Of what? He picked it up? It was a photograph of 4 men. Oh, it was the Cradle Pharmaceutical guys. Wait. Is that the number 9 guy? Involuntarily, Junpei's eyebrows shot up. He'd seen 3 of them before. Wait. Is that one guy... Is that one guy Snake? On the right was a man with a mustache. The same man they'd found murdered in the captain's quarters. I do recognize him. Okay, he'd been wearing the 0 bracelet when they found him. The second from the left was a man wearing glasses and a doctor's coat. He was the 9th man, the one who'd worn bracelet number 9. He'd gone into door 5 alone and met an unpleasant end. Finally, the man on the very left, the man in the pinstripe suit. Oh man, that's Ace. Yeah, I guess it is. No doubt about it. 7 and Clover had come to peer over Junpei's shoulders. But what did it mean? What was Ace doing in the picture? Perhaps, more importantly, why were the 9th man and Cap in it as well? As Junpei looked closer, he noticed the expression on each man's face. Their smiles suggested that they were close, at least to some degree. Not anymore. In fact, it's kind of hard to be close to the 9th man now, considering that he's in a lot of places. But why? How? What was the relationship between these 4 men? Snake's voice broke into Junpei's thoughts. You say Ace is in that picture? Yeah. It doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. I'm not sure if that was Snake or not, but it does look somewhat similar. Ace, the 9th man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger. Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarter are also in the picture? Yeah. Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it. No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair. He looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize. It looks kinda like him, a little bit. I don't know, maybe the resemblance is... I don't know. Snake knit his eyebrows. What's the date of the photograph? It doesn't have one. Did you look on the back? The back? Yes, the reverse, the other side. Junpei flipped the picture over. There it was. Praying for the success of the Nonri project with Nijisaki, Kabuta, and Mushishido. To be precise, it wasn't a date, but it was certainly significant. He read it out loud so Snake would not be left in the dark. Praying for the success of the Nonri project with Nijisaki, Kabuta, and Mushishido. Nonri project, Nijisaki, Kubota, Mushishido. Junpei immediately flipped the picture back over. That meant that the foreman in the picture had run the Nonri game 9 years ago. Hongu had not been mentioned on the back, which Junpei felt meant that he had written those words himself. But what surprised Junpei was not this revelation, but the fact that it felt nothing like a revelation. It felt obvious that their true identities did not come as a surprise was what Junpei found most surprising. Why then? Why wasn't he surprised? Junpei had just discovered that Ace had run the Nonri project, but he felt no spark of excitement or surprise. Nothing. It was almost as if he'd already known. Ah, of course. I understand now. Junpei looked over at Snake. In his own confusion, he had missed the dark look on the other man's face. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongu. Ace's Hongu? Even as he asked, Junpei felt as though he already known. It was as if someone had whispered into his head that yes, of course Ace was Hongu. I mean, doesn't everyone know that? I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were familiar, too familiar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would have never told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Huh? I didn't know that Ace was Hongu. Oh, yes, I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada. But Hongu was in the Gigantic with us. I know. That's why I didn't know that what Hongu looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me. I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that. Clover and Snake's conversation wasn't of particular interest to Junpei. He still couldn't make sense out of his strange feelings of knowledge. He was trying to organize his thoughts when he heard Seven's voice. Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec? If you'll give me just a moment. Sorry, I needed to clear my throat. He had no reason to say no, so Junpei handed the picture over. Seven stared at the picture and began to mutter the four names of the project's leader over and over to himself. Hongu, Kubota, Nijisaki, Mushishido. His brow was furrowed and his face was flushed. Hongu, Kubota, Nijisaki, Mushishido. He chanted their names to himself, pacing back and forth across the floor. Hongu, Kubota, Nijisaki, Mushishido. Seven shouldn't have known their names. After all, he hadn't been there when Junpei and Snake had spoken of them in the library. Well, he was there, and I'm pretty sure the library wasn't the most noise-reducing room. But as Junpei watched him pace, it was clear that he did know them. Hey, Seven. Do you... Shut it. Just be quiet. His eyes were red, and Junpei could see sweat beginning to bead on his forehead. I'm this close to remembering. This close. He was sweating heavily, but his lips were dry. Hongu, Kubota, Nijisaki, Mushishido, Cradle Pharmaceutical, Nonary Project. Then he stopped. Seven set down the picture and looked at the red light near his feet. His eyes narrowed. Then suddenly his eyes went wide and he shot up straight. What? What's wrong? Oh, this is nuts. What's nuts? I remember. Remember what? Everything. Everything? Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched. Seven's voice was filled with excitement. Shock and excitement had frozen Junpei in place, along with Snake and Clover. Let me tell you what happened. Seven hastily drew a shaking hand across his mouth and began to speak. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongu. From the right, the other three are Mushishido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Mushishido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongu's right man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments. Realization began to dawn on Junpei, along with a pressing question. How do you know all of this? Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back. No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all of this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it. Seven rubbed the scar on his chin. You really want to know? Of course. Me too. Snake was the only one who didn't voice any sort of agreement. It looked at Junpei as if he was simply waiting to see where Seven's sudden recovery might take them. This is gonna take a while. Oh boy. It'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything. Well, we don't have 3 days. Just give us the short version, alright? Short version, huh? The big man pulled off his hat and scratched his head. He made a face and put his hat back on. Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though. Well, you better not go rambling on, because we only got less than an hour and a half. I'd assume closer to an hour. Clover and Junpei nodded earnestly. Seven was a lone wolf detective who valued his own code over the rules, doing what was right over what you were told. That was why, on that fateful day, he'd gone with his gut and gone to the wharf. That was 9 years ago. We know about this now. I'm wondering if there's going to be more information. And I'm looking at her time. Kind of over time. So, we're going to stop here for now. Because this is a spot where we already know information. And, what we'll do when we come back is we'll skim through information really quickly. We'll skim through it really quickly until we find something new. I'm assuming he's going to add new things, because before he knew part of the information, but he just couldn't quite grasp everything. He didn't know exactly what was going on, but now he's claiming, I know everything. I remember everything. So, we'll let him have that chance to do that next time, but we are out of time now, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If I was talking really fast, I don't think I was talking too fast, at least more than normal. It was because of the coffee. Sorry. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for more 999. Bye!